The courtroom was silent, the air heavy. All eyes were fixed on one woman, Zoe Davis. She wasn't a criminal. At least, not officially. She was a lawyer, sharp, accomplished, respected. Until she wasn't, in a matter of minutes, the walls of her career began to crack. It didn't start with a murder. It didn't start with blood. It started with a lie, allegedly. One hospital appointment, one piece of paper, one forged medical certificate, and suddenly Australia was watching. This is the case of Zoe Davis, the lawyer accused of faking a medical document to protect a client, or perhaps herself. And this is how it all unfolded. Zoe Davis wasn't some fresh intern. She was a 35-year-old legal professional, working at her own practice, ED Legal, a woman with experience, clients, courtroom victories. She had spent years building a name, defending others, knowing the system inside out. But sometimes knowing the system too well can be dangerous. In mid-2023, one of her clients, Alana Digby, was due in Frankston Magistrate's Court. Alana was facing criminal charges of her own serious ones, but Alana didn't show up. Instead, Zoe Davis submitted something to the court, a medical certificate. It claimed that Alana had a hospital appointment and couldn't attend. The court accepted it. Magistrate Gerard Bryan accepted it. And the case was delayed, but someone noticed something. Off. The certificate didn't just raise eyebrows, it triggered an investigation. Why? Because the Frankston Hospital said, there was no such appointment, there was no such record. Red flag, police began to dig. What they found was alarming. The certificate was not just inaccurate, it appeared to be completely forged. That's when Zoe Davis's name became more than just a layer on a legal letterhead. She became the focus of a criminal investigation, not because she missed a deadline, but because she may have actively tried to manipulate the justice system. If true, it's not just unethical, it's criminal. By 2024, the charges were official. Zoe Davis was hit with 7 criminal charges, 3 counts of perverting the course of justice, 2 counts of using a false document, and 2 counts of attempting to pervert the course of justice. Let's break that down. Perverting the course of justice isn't just a slap on the wrist. It means you're being accused of trying to alter the outcome of a legal process using lies or deception. In other words, cheating the system. She wasn't alone. Her junior colleague, Rachel Badur Taha, just 26 years old, was also charged. According to the allegations, both women were involved in this document drama. Suddenly, it wasn't just about a certificate. It was about power, ego, ethics, and now they were standing before a new judge, one who wouldn't be easily convinced. Magistrate Leon Fluxman is not the kind of judge who tolerates nonsense. Known for being thorough, calm, and sharp, he presided over Zoe Davis's hearings at Melbourne Magistrates Court. What he saw was shocking. In one key hearing, Senior Constable Adam Green took the stand. He revealed that when Zoe Davis was confronted, when she was told the hospital had no record of that medical appointment, she broke down. She began crying and hyperventilating. Green said, "Imagine that." A lawyer who had once stood strong defending others, now gasping for breath, overwhelmed by her own battle with the law. It wasn't an act. Witnesses say she was visibly distressed. But the courtroom isn't about emotion, it's about evidence. Why would a seasoned lawyer risk everything for one client? Some say it was an innocent mistake, that Davis never meant to deceive. Others believe this was part of a pattern of manipulation. A plan to protect a client from a warrant by pretending there was a hospital emergency. But here's where it gets more tangled. The certificate that was submitted bore the name of a hospital staffer, but that person says they never issued it, never signed it, never even saw it. Forgery, that's what the police believe. And Zoe Davis, she claims she was under intense pressure, that mental health issues were involved, that the intention wasn't malicious. But the law isn't just about intention. It's about impact. Inside the court, Davis's defense team requested suppression orders to keep certain mental health information out of the public eye. That request was denied. Magistrate Tara Hartnett ruled against the suppression, arguing that the public had a right to know the allegations against a legal professional. Now, every detail was in the open, her reputation hanging by a thread, her future uncertain. And every day in court the drama grew thicker, media crowded the entrances, reporters whispered in the back rows, former clients expressed disbelief. Other lawyers, silent, perhaps afraid, perhaps ashamed. As of now, Magistrate Leon Fluxman is reviewing whether the case will proceed to full trial. If it does, Zoe Davis could be facing years in prison. If the evidence is deemed insufficient, the charges could be dropped. It's a critical moment. Will she be found guilty? Or will this case expose cracks in the justice system itself? Was Zoe Davis a rogue agent in a clean system? Or just one more piece in a deeply flawed structure? This case has divided opinions. Across Australia, some say she's being made an example of. Plenty of others do worse and get away with it. Others respond, no one is above the law, especially not the ones who swear to uphold it. There's outrage, there's sympathy, there's confusion. But one thing's clear, trust in the legal profession has taken a hit. If lawyers can fake documents, what else can be faked? Let's not forget the original client, Alana Digby. She was the reason the certificate was submitted in the first place. She had missed court, and Davis allegedly created the document to shield her. Alana's role remains murky. Was she aware? Did she ask for it? Or was she simply a pawn in Davis's alleged miscalculation? Police haven't confirmed charges against Digby yet, but her name keeps surfacing, and people want answers. Because behind every courtroom scandal is a network of decisions. One person doesn't forge a certificate in a vacuum. As of today, the decision still hangs in the balance. Zoe Davis continues to deny any malicious intent. Her lawyer argues that this is a case of misjudgment, not criminality, but the state disagrees. The final hearing on whether the case proceeds to trial is imminent. And if it does, the next phase will be even more intense with full witness testimonies, forensic document analysis, and possibly sentencing. So, here's a question for you. Do you believe Zoe Davis is guilty of faking that certificate? Or is this a legal system overreacting to human error? Comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. And if you were the Judge Magistrate Fluxman, what would you do? Drop your verdict in the comments. If you found this case shocking, share it with someone who believes lawyers are always innocent. And don't forget to hit that like button if you believe no one should be above the law, not even the lawyers. Subscribe for more real-life legal drama. Until next time, this is your host, signing off.